It is getting very hot lately. A few decades ago, the same people were warning us about another ice age. And in 6 months or so, they need to start those warnings up again. Also, a quick word of warning, the next image is a bit disturbing. Do not worry, as soon as the new ice age hits in a few months, things will be back to normal. Completely inaccurate. Brandon is way too cognizant and not stumbling over his words. Brandon will not be able to rebut because he can barely get a sentence out during press briefings. He also has to be led by the hand because he gets lost on stage or in a field. Debate Brandon, sir, and make him look more pathetic. As Brandon stumbles over his words, you will look even better. Is Justice Thomas perfect? Certainly not. However, the Second Amendment is an even higher law than any bribery law. It must be followed to the letter. Maybe he is not a puppet of the NRA, even though it was created so that Union soldiers could properly use guns and this helped fight the Democrats. Maybe he just ruled that way because the law is unconstitutional. Does everything have to have an ulterior motive? What part of make no law is unclear to Mr. Heller? Buildings are gun accessories. Now I have heard everything. Good. Do not let men claiming to be doctors kill children. And maybe we can use those guns to defend the entrances of every school. There are a lot of veterans that would take that job. What part of make no law does Mr. Bennett not understand? Juneteenth is a holiday that was not largely celebrated for years until President Trump's term with his alleged racism. Since critical race theory teaches that people should be judged based on their skin tone, we should ban it. Butker just said that family life might be right for some people. I had no idea that was so wrong. Lloyd did overdose. DEI is racist as long as people are judged on the content of their skin. I support cops over people who burn down black-owned businesses. All of the celebrities, liberal and conservative, need to shut up. No one is saying they want to bring back Mammy Two-Shoes. Just Aunt Jemima. Election integrity, like Trump ballots in a ravine, conservative polling places in Arizona being inoperative, and keys left on ballot boxes. It looks like Mr. Jones is just throwing as much as he can against the wall and hoping that something will stick. I am sure that Hamas will return the hostages eventually. I am sure that Hamas will stop launching missiles from playgrounds eventually. I am sure that Hamas will stop teaching their kids to hate Jews eventually. In the meantime, I have some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you. True, there are a lot of churches that are bringing in drag performers, and they need to be called out on that. We need to get our own house in order as well as calling out the abominable sin next door. Let us look at both of those. Yes, because showing exactly what Brandon did is a cheap fake. Without Korean affirmative action hire and the rest of Operation Mockingbird, everyone would just believe their lying eyes. Meanwhile, I am sure that Mr. Rogers will still take the line about good people on both sides out of context. And if so many people had not fact-checked Bloodbath, we would still be hearing about that. Context matters, just like honest reporting. Multiple terrorists have already been caught. There was a Chinese biolab in California, and the people who are coming over are military-aged. People should be scared. But Democrats want their new voter bloc. Especially since so many blacks are leaving the Democratic plantation. Oh, now Mr. Bennett all of a sudden cares about the Bill of Rights. I doubt that he ever cared about it before. The first session of Congress had no problems with buying Bibles with federal funds, or praying before deliberating. Besides, Democrats especially do not want number 4. That goes against the state religion of evolutionism. I remember low gas prices and mean tweets. If mean tweets is what it takes to get low gas prices, I will take it. Meanwhile, things were secure under Trump, and he kept working to make us more secure, despite the Democrats getting in the way.